Hey guys, it's Sabrina here. Welcome back to my channel. Today is the last day of June. I cannot believe it. Tomorrow is July. Time is just flying by so fast. And I remember the end of December, I had written down 21 goals that I wanted to accomplish in 2021 that I have not looked at since. So this video is pretty much going to be like a mid check-in on the year and taking a look at these goals and seeing what my progress is. So if you like goals videos, if you like just hanging out with me, please give this video a thumbs up. That way it's recommended for other people to view in YouTube's algorithm. So I've got my computer here and I got my water in case I'm thirsty. So feel free to grab a snack or a drink and you and I can just hang out. So I don't know if I have this on my channel or not, but I had started a blog called The Self Advocate probably back in September, October of last year. I've been terrible about doing posts, I'll be completely honest. I did recently just do one kind of explaining and going more into depth on some of these goals, and then I'm kind of gonna explain a little bit further. So number one, we're just gonna get into it right now. Number one was save $14,000. So I had saving $14,000 for multiple different reasons. One of them being is that I was going to custody for my son and figuring that out. He is in therapy right now, that he is in multiple days a week for 3 to 4 hours, that I have to drive him there and drop him off, which takes away from my availability to work. So figuring out that transition and being able to save money just so I would have funds available if I received a paycheck and it wasn't enough that I could pull money from there. At the same time, I also was saving for a down payment on a new vehicle. My car is just getting a little bit too small. My son is going to be turning 5 in September and he is growing like crazy and he's running out of space in the back. So if you do follow me on Instagram, you might have seen my new vehicle. I got a 2020 GMC Terrain. A lot of that money I saved from my tax refund, stimulus payments, and then just saving from my regular paycheck. I got my new vehicle in April and I stepped down from being a full-time employee to part-time in the middle of March. So that money is completely gone. It's very depleted and I'm going to be working on filling up the bucket again, as you will. But I don't know what the future brings, so I may be able to save $14,000 by the end of this year. It's going to be definitely interesting for me to take a look and see where I'm going to be at the end of the year. The next one for my goals list was read 36 books. I just finished number 2. I'm currently starting number 3. That's one thing. So the first book that I read was Never Play Dead by Tommy Lauren. I'll have it in the cards up here or I'll have it linked down below. So every book that I'm reading, I'll be doing a book review just to keep myself accountable on how many books that I have been reading. So that's kind of like a strategic plan of mine. And they really can be any type of book. I really have been into like personal development, self-help, those types of books, but I'm definitely open to anything else. If you have any book recommendations, let me know down in the comments below. Number 3 was take 2 family vacations. So traveling requires money. Money requires, working a lot, having a surplus of money. Right now, we haven't gone on any family vacations just because of the CDC guidelines. I'm and my boyfriend are both essential workers, and being able to take my son to therapy, making sure that we do not expose ourselves. We have not traveled yet. We are planning on going to Watercross in Grantsburg, Wisconsin, and that's gonna be kind of like one of like our family-ish getaways. We'll probably plan something a little bit later in this year, just giving it a little bit of time. My son will actually be starting 4K in September, so we might plan something like in October. I feel like that would be a good month to do another vacation. Have a successful garden of veggies and herbs. We did not buy any vegetables this year for my garden. Again, on Instagram last year, when everything was closed, my birthday is May 25th. My boyfriend didn't know what to get me because everything was closed. You could only order things online. And at that time, like everybody was ordering things online. So even if you purchased it like 3 weeks in advance, it would still be delayed for shipping. So my gift was a raised garden bed. Him and his buddies spent an entire Sunday building it for me, and we had a whole bunch of tomatoes and green peppers last year. The tomatoes completely took over. The green peppers did not do well at all whatsoever. This year we didn't buy any plants. We were gifted a tomato plant, and that's the only thing that we have in there. And it is thriving and taking up that entire space. So I'm good with having tomatoes this year. Number 5 was buy a MacBook computer. So I had a Epic Chromebook. So it was a very small Chromebook that I had bought in 2016 for my YouTube channel, just to do descriptions, upload thumbnails if I needed to do anything else. And it completely just shut off and it would not turn back on. I really wanted to get a MacBook just because it would be compatible and work very well with my phone. I have an iPhone 11. I also have an iPad and my watch. So just in general, having that entire Apple ecosystem. I decided that I really just did not want to spend $1,000 on a computer. So I ended up just going with this HP Chromebook. It's very dirty, excuse me. I had saved up on my reward apps where I take pictures of my receipts, or if I scan stuff at stores, I earn points that I can redeem for gift cards. That I had saved about $100 in Amazon gift cards that I ended up purchasing this Chromebook. So I think it was about I want to say it was like $279. So then with that $100 gift card amount, it was only $179. In the future, I would love to get a MacBook, but right now my HP it's doing the job. Let's see here. This one is fun. Abundance of earning in my business. So business meaning YouTube, reselling clothes online, or my blog. So I can work from home by September of 2021. I don't know what the next 2 months are gonna bring. I don't think it's very realistic of me to think that I could make that much money and then just like up and quit my job. I think it would take a little bit longer than that. But eventually that is something that I would like to do. Number 7, lose 40 pounds by May of 2021. That one I did not accomplish. I was doing really good eating healthier, and I had dropped about 12 pounds, and then I just got super busy. So typically this is like my weekly schedule. It's super confusing. So Monday through Wednesday, I work my normal job. My son is at his dad's house, and depending on what time I get done or if I need to go grocery shopping, we'll either get food or we'll maybe sometimes cook at home. It's really like a 50-50 shot. Thursdays, I work, if I do work that day, because I would work a Thursday or I would work a Saturday. So if I worked a Thursday, I would work until 3 o'clock. I'd have to drive to go pick up my son from therapy, and then we'd have to drive home. So by the time we got home, without making any stops, would be 5:30. So majority of that time, we would pick up food. Fridays, I have to drive him to therapy. I drop him off at 1. I pick him up at 4. And then by the time we get home, if we don't make any stops, it's like 5:30. So Thursdays or Fridays, it's kind of like iffy. If we like eat out or if we make food at home. It's a whole thing. So I've been struggling. This month, for the month of June, I did, I'm saying a lot. I've been closing my Apple rings on my Apple Watch. So I've gotten into the habit within like the last 2 weeks, and I'll probably do like a morning routine. I said it again. I keep on saying okay, let's try to just not say it. Just not say it. In the morning, I get up, I sit at my kitchen table, I enjoy a cup of cold brew, and I'll do whatever I want for that time being until my cold brew is gone. And then I will go on my elliptical for 15 minutes. Once I'm off there for 15 minutes, that's when I get into the shower. That's when I get dressed. That's when I do anything else that I need to do for the day before I have to leave. I was doing super good. I did give myself, I think I said it again, I don't know, the weekends off just because it was so like inconsistent. So there were some Saturdays that I was able to close my Apple rings. Sundays, I kind of just like didn't wear my watch. I just like didn't. Sunday is just a relaxing day. Except for the last weekend, The last weekend, I just like didn't have an interest. I just like didn't have an interest on being in the elliptical. I didn't want to do any exercising. I just wanted to relax. I did do it yesterday, and I closed all my rings, and then I did go on there this morning for 15 minutes. Exercise 2 to 3 days per week. I just am not a big exercise person. I feel like for me, I really just need to be more active. I just need to move my body more during the day, and I feel like that's made a big difference in a short amount of time. I keep on saying it. Sorry. I apologize for my I feel like I am at like Subway. I used to work there when I was in high school, and when people would be order, like, I want some lettuce and some tomato and that's just a broken record pretty much. Number 9 was daily affirmations that I just did not do at all, so we'll just go over that. Creating a budget to maximize money. So whenever I get a paycheck, I do try and create a budget of what bills need to get paid before my next paycheck. And then if there's any money left over, I'll decide what I want to do with it. For a while, I had been carrying cash. So for instance, for like my variable spending. So groceries, spending money, those I would keep in cash, and then I would go shopping, and whatever I didn't use by the time my next payday was, I had kind of just like set it aside for some savings or like a rainy day fund if I just wanted to do something fun that's kind of like out of my budget. For instance, when the new Cruella movie had came out, I had took my sister and her boyfriend out to dinner, and then we went and saw it. They are much younger than me, and my sister is having a baby. She got a little baby on the way. So just treating her and being able to spoil her, I really appreciate doing that. But sometimes it's not really in the budget. Documenting moments. I have been more conscious about being on my phone, especially when I'm around Avery. And if I am, it's because I'm taking pictures. And right now he's at the stage where he actually wants you to take pictures. So I have plenty of super cute ones on my phone. One of them is actually my wallpaper. We went to the park on Sunday and he absolutely loved it. Find a photographer for personal and family photos. I do want to get some, what's the word, like personal pictures of like professional pictures of myself for my blog, my YouTube channel, those types of things. But I also do want to get family photos of the three of us just to have to give to friends and family and then have in the house. Own an effortless wardrobe. I don't know what is going on, but like 2000s fashion is coming back. It's like literally me, I'm wearing just like a basic t-shirt that I would have worn when I was in high school, and I'm wearing bootcut jeans. I don't know if bootcut jeans are cool, but like I'm wearing them. They're like 1,000 times more comfortable than skinny jeans. So there's that. Spending quality time with immediate family, that I most definitely am doing. Shop strategically and support small businesses. I go thrifting way too much. I can admit that. Majority of my videos for like the last 2 or 3 months have been just straight up thrifting videos. And it's mostly because when I drop, let me just sit back here, that light's getting in my face. When I drop my son off at therapy, it's in a town where like I really don't hang out with anybody. I used to live there in the area quite a few years ago. So when I go there, like I just go shopping. I go to the thrift store. That's pretty much like the only thing that I really have to do. But I think I'm gonna try and find other things to do besides just going to the thrift store. Let's see. 16, plan ahead and schedule self-care. No. I got my hair highlighted in February. That's like the last time that I really had done anything to my hair other than it just being really long and straggly. And I'm like, oh, like I might need a haircut. But as far as like just consistently scheduling those things, I'm not doing. I really need to get better about doing that. Designing my own workspace. We have a spare room that I kind of use for like an office space. It's where I keep like my inventory if I'm selling stuff online, any of like my filming supplies. That's like pretty much all up there. But I really need to get like a desk computer that I can just keep my computer up there. Any of my YouTube stuff, blog stuff, all the stuff can just be in one room instead of being like really scattered throughout the whole house. Number 18, create something from nothing. So I mean, in general, like having a YouTube channel and then having my blog, I really am creating content like kind of out of thin air. So I guess iffy. I'll give it to myself for the sake of giving it to myself. Take 5 courses. I only did one, and it is Chloe Elise's How to Quit Your 9 to 5. That's the only one that I had really taken, and it wasn't necessarily about like quitting your 9 to 5 job and being self-employed. It was also transitioning if you were going from like one job to another job. So 4 more to go. Increase net worth. No, my net worth definitely went down. I feel like my net worth was really good once I got my tax return, and then it kind of went down. But once you go down, you can always go back up. And number 21 was be happy. I'm taking the be happy with a grain of salt. As much as I want to be happy every single day, some days I'm not. Whether I choose to be or if that's kind of just like the mood that I'm in. But I like that number 21 is be happy. So those are my 21 goals for 2021. Overall, I'm not really doing that well. Part of that I think is because I haven't really looked at this list since I had created it. So it doesn't really create a sense of urgency or accountability really on my part, for the exception of reading 36 books and then creating a budget, documenting moments, spending quality time with immediate family, And create something from nothing. That was the one that I gave myself. And then take 5 courses, be happy. So I mean 7 out of the 21, give or take. Definitely am looking forward to reviewing this at the end of December and seeing how I did. But that is everything that I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and like I said, please leave me your book recommendations down below so I can go ahead and check those out. And I will have my book review video in the eye or down below in the description, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.